Hey, this is Ian Span, your Los Angeles-based portrait photographer. Today for PPA, we're going to break down one light photography. One light is often all you need. The sun, after all, is one light. So let's break down a number of scenarios where one light is our solution to great photography. Today we're going to approach portraits a little bit differently. To showcase these different qualities of light via one light source, I'm going to make portraits of artist, actress, model Gia in a variety of ways, each unique to share with you how one light can be used to drive different emotions. And as I always say, light has a feel. My lighting journey began with the ultimate one light, the sun. The natural world gave, and still gives, me most of my ideas when it comes to lighting. When I am limited by budget, travel restrictions, or even space, one light is a great solution. Let's take a peek at today's setups. For set number 1, the 7-foot umbrella with diffusion is a great choice for any photo shoot. The big light modifier means a lot of spread out light, especially when the diffusion panel is used. If you want to achieve beautiful, clean light, this is a great option. For set number 2, umbrellas are always a great solution for the ease of portability. If you desire the same clean spread out light, but perhaps don't want to take up the space a 7-foot umbrella requires, the 43-inch deep umbrella with diffusion will shape that light a little bit more, but still give you that clean look. For set number 3, I'm going to share with you 4 different setups. The 24-inch rapid box beauty dish is a great modifier. Soft and even, but contrasty with the directional quality that falls off nicely. Added options like the egg crate grid and diffusion make for many different options. The 45-degree deep reflector has a hard, focused, and intense feel with a specular and crisp vibe for some hard-edged pop. The optical spot has become a highly popular modifier both as a key light and a background light. This is truly a light shaping tool. For the last setup, natural light is ever-changing and less controllable versus the previously mentioned options here, but it is literally the inspiration behind all light shaping tools. It is our greatest teacher. For set number 1, one of my favorite go-to solutions when I have just one light, going big. Essentially, this is light that is like a lightly overcast sky during the day, namely a big, soft light source. The one big light source here is a 7-foot Westcott umbrella with diffusion on a Westcott FJ400 version 2 strobe to create a beautiful one light setup, which gives the appearance of a lot of light, even when confined to a small space. As an added bonus, literally everyone looks good in this quality of light that is produced. Now, anytime I talk about one light, it just means that we're going to have one light source. But the addition of the white table means that we have a second light source given the bounce of light with the angle that I'm setting my key light. The result? Clean, beautiful light. For set number 2, let's shape the light a little more by replacing our 7-foot umbrella with a 43-inch deep silver umbrella, also with diffusion. Shaping the light is what we are afforded by using different modifiers. The quote-unquote limit of using just one light is not the way that I like to look at it. More so, it's the presentation of the idea of using different modifiers to tell different stories when you are working with one light source. Now, whether you choose a white or a silver interior is up to you. For me, silver with diffusion generally gives me that little bit of pop with a soft quality of light that I like for my portraits. Note here, I'm using a smaller source to shape my light slightly more. I want the light on Gia more than all over the place, so that some more drama is added to this style of portrait. For set number 3, I'm going to share with you 4 different setups that I do, 2 with the same modifier, and show you just how it changes by moving an angle of the light. The other modifiers will give a whole different feeling to the story we're telling today. Up first, my favorite go-to modifier, the 24-inch rapid box beauty dish with a white interior. Having the light at a 45-degree angle versus straight on changes the feel of the light and changes our story. When it comes to any one light scenarios, it's all about how we modify the light to tell the story of the day. Just like the last two examples, I am simply changing the quality of light by changing how I modify the light. With the 24-inch Rapid Box Beauty Dish, a modifier that I absolutely love because it has a variety of looks available between the baffle diffusion, the grid, or no diffusion or grid at all. Let's not forget that even the angle we choose to place our light is also a factor in how we use our light. Now let's take a look if we just change the angle of the key light. By sending it straight on instead of at that 45-degree angle, same outfit, same look to everything, but it drastically changes. The change becomes the story that we're trying to tell, and we can utilize this whenever we want to tell the story this way. We eliminated the shadow that's cast on the background, so in some cases, in a small environment, this might be a great solution. In other ways, it might just appeal more to the person's face. These are determinations you can make when you're on set, but at the end of the day, it's all coming back to that idea about creating a story through how you light your subject. Now let's switch to the 45-degree deep reflector. Think about this as like a hard sun. This is something I would use in the case of my subject having a bit of an edge to them. Something that comes in handy for a rock star or maybe a dark character in a movie or television show. This is also great for musculature, so I use this often when I'm working with fitness models. Note that I'm careful of the height of my light in these cases. I want the catch light created by the source to be in my subject's eyes to help draw my viewer into my subject. I also don't want the darker shadows to be falling too heavily on my subject's face. This next setup has slowly become one of my other favorite ones to play around with, especially when it comes to modifying light and really shaping light onto my subject. This is the optical spot. This is a fantastic modifier for something like this. Whether it's used to create shadows with the many gobos available or using it as a hard light to recreate something like sunlight as a shaft of light, this is my solution. Walking around the streets of New York City, I always made mental notes of the sunlight creating shafts of light between the buildings, and being able to recreate this with one tool is invaluable. For the last setup, let's head outside to the original one light, the sun. Understanding how to use it, just as we are with the strobes or a continuous light source, is critical to understanding light. Even when the sun is not at an appealing height for portraits, there are solutions available. When I'm faced with a portrait at noon, for example, nothing beats open shade. Add in a couple of V-flats to bounce a little bit more light into Gia's face, and we get great separation from our dark background. This is just a small example of how one light can tell many different stories. Each time we modify the light, a slightly different story is told to our viewer. Of the 7 looks that we use today, with the same subject, each lighting change altered the viewer's story of who our subject is. As we make these little changes, we realize that light is really the path to telling these stories. The modifiers are the tools that we use to get these stories told. Once again, for PPA, this is Ian Spanier. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and comment below.